When the woman died in the gate, after thousands of hardships, she found the old ancestor who lived in seclude for 100,000 years. When she heard that the gate created by her own hands was almost destroyed by a third-rate Xiaozong, the angry old ancestor directly threw a small niang to the woman and let him help the woman go back and destroy all the enemies. But this ordinary little lamb turned out to be a demon who came to the king's land and could kill half the enemy in seconds with a sneeze. And the demon in this realm was just the weakest finger among the thousands of demons sitting down. It turned out that Lao Ziyu had come to this magical continent with the system. Following the guidance of the system, Lao Ziyu soon established his own family here. The imperial power also covered the whole mainland of Hong and Mongolia. In order to continue to improve his power, Lao Ziyu decided to go to the higher level of the mainland Kaizong Lipe. Before leaving, the system panel suddenly crashed. Since then, Lao Ziyu was trapped in Hongmen and had no chance to break through. Lao Ziyu believed that his inability to break through meant that there were still people stronger than him in the world, and his position was not secure. If he was not secure, he could not lie flat and do salted fish. After that, he worried every day that a strong man would come from another continent to hack him. Although the system warned him countless times that he was invincible, he decided to live in seclusion with the dog and survive. This is 100,000 years. Now Zongdor, life or death, if the city is in danger, was elected as the master. Before his death, the old master told Xiao Luo that the old grandfather had left a token for Zongman before he went into seclusion. He said that if there was a life and death crisis for Zongman, he could take the token to find it. He also said that the patriarch must be found before the protector ray is destroyed. Luo Qingchen dare not neglect. Immediately to the difficulties and dangers of a near-death environment led Luo Qingchen secretly thought, have been over 100,000 years. Lao Ziyu really still alive? Desperate, a huge cancan suddenly landed in front of him. Luo Qingchen fixed a look, but this is to cannibalism for the joy of the demon San Yu clear. This level of demon, even if the whole Excalibur zone came, also cannot avoid being swallowed. If the city collapsed to the ground, desperate, I hope that Xiaozong is really exhausted. Is it a shame that the disciple failed to complete the task? Who knows, the next second, the Sun Yangming is actually waving wings to carry it on the back, then toward the deepest part of the secret to fly away. Blinded Luo Chenfei's main force. This is not in a dream. How could a monster like this set humans on their way? When he was still stunned, Xiaoyu clearly took him to fly into a palace, put him down and crawled on the ground, saying, Master, the task has been completed. Only the depths of the palace slowly. Out of a white-haired man, back down. Luo Chen moment stunned. This person in the end is what the line. Actually, even the Sun Yu are clear to its submission. Luo Qingchen also hurriedly hand salute. Still in a stunned moment, its arms token suddenly slowly floating, then do the due diligence to fly. The man saw. Luo Chen quickly shouted, This is my door to save the token. Why do you want to snatch? The man took the token. Cold voice. This is Lao Ziyu. I snatch things have. Luo Chen cannot believe. Are you? I hope Xianzong Kaizong, Patriarch Chen Xianziyu. Luo Qingchen then desperately caught up and asked Lao Ziyu to come out of the mountain to save Zongman. After learning the whole story, his face suddenly became downcast. I looked in awe that Xianzong had been destroyed by a mere half-step garbage that transformed the celestial environment. When have I experienced this kind of crossing? I will go to a hand to destroy them. At this time, Lao Ziyu eyes pop up a dialog box. Ding Zong door. System open. System restart. For the cost of loose leaf, system issued a new task. Task name. To the next mainland before the 6th retry chain. Lao Ziyu immediately shocked. 10,000 years. Do you know what I've been doing for 10,000 years? System system. You finally appear again. The first try. Rescue Zong door. But the request is not their own direct hand. Old Zun accepted the task with a beaming face, and finally went on to create the next continent. Then he took the hands of the little Lo in his back. Although Old Zun is strong, you need to be hard to forge iron, and you can only rely on yourself to live in the door. Lao Ziyu thought that the system required him not to act on his own, but to complete the task, he had to help it. Excalibur clan has a celestial sword style. Right. Let me pick out a dress. I saw Lao Ziyu a snap of the fingers. They instantly came to a different space. Only listen to Lao Ziyu gently shouted. Eyes suddenly appeared 4 sets of war body. If the city looked at Lao Ziyu's so-called clothes, was wind, fire, Water and water for elephant war body. Just carry a piece out. It is the existence of the Tianjian war body can kill God's swords on seconds. If the city refers to the fire like the war body, I want this. Who knows Lao Ziyu was a direct kick will be 4 sets of war body instant burst. Too ugly. Lao give me for a bet. At least to Paris Fashion Week that. Then, a set of purple war body came into view. This is a congenital absolute poison body. Legend 100,000 years ago. Alone in a congenital absolute poison body open mountain rescue mother. The Tenshuro were defeated without any damage on their own. At this time, Luo Qingchen has fantasized when he put on the beautiful scene. Lao Ziyu, on this bar. But the next second, Lao Ziyu will be shot into slag. She also said that girls should not dress too rebellious. Then the thunder shadowless body is not good. The color is too flower. The star sea body snap. The name is too primitive. The ancient gold fairy body do not. My dog does not like. With the sound of the explosion, if the inner line of the city was defeated, which is to pick clothes for me, this is clearly in a waste of things. Then holding the old Ziyu thigh, do not regret, we will have this. Lao Ziyu looked at the bloody war body in his hands. Then this is it. This is the Japanese god body. If you can integrate it perfectly, as long as there is fire, you cannot be destroyed. Just because you are fire attributes, shows this body is fate. With the help of Lao Ziyu, Luo Qingchen soon integrated the battle body, which should be able to cope with the mere Excalibur Emperor. Then Luo Qingchen ready to return to the city to save Zongman. At this time Lao Ziyu stopped him, also said that he had a big thing to do. Smell words Luo Qingchen face of obligation. I saw a serious face Lao Ziyu said, you can cook. Hear the words of Luo Chen flex to stay. Not only that, Lao Ziyu also asked him to dress in maid pretend to do a table of dishes. If the city face bashful. But at this time to live in the door is difficult. Where do you have time to accompany Lao Ziyu dinner? Who knew Lao Ziyu regardless of 3723, directly put a piece of meat into his mouth, to the mouth of the moment. Luo Qingchen found that this is not ordinary meat, but sacred unicorn meat. Just clean a bite, can make the spirit of the whole body. It is said that 10,000 years ago, his mother was critically ill. When he was at the peak of his repair, he wanted to hunt the Kirin to save his life. However, not only did he not hunt the Kirin in the end, he was forced by the Kirin to stay cross-stock for 5 years before he would let him go. The Kirin said he had believed in it, which showed how precious the Kirin was. Luo Qingchen is still intoxicated. Lao Ziyu thought he was choking, and then a pot of water poured. But how can this be ordinary water? This is clearly the Yakuang god wine, and is full of a big cup. You know now Wang Xianzong even have a drop of Yakuang god wine are extravagant hopes. Luo Qingchen was flattered to kowtow again and again. Lao Ziyu said lightly, don't mention it. Lao Ziyu has a pot, but also the lake. Luo Qingchen again and again stunned. This is my open zone Lao Ziyu pattern. Suddenly a thunder sounded. Luo Qingchen knew that it was his success to break through to the hardening mirror. At this time the ancestral system panel prompts the descendants successfully promoted to open branches and scatter leaves task reward packet. Reward host 1,000 years of skill. With a greater thunder, Lao Ziyu Chen Xian successfully broke through to the goal 200,000 years. He finally broke through again after the site secretly helped. While trying to upgrade it, then fell to the capital ready to knock back rescue zone door. At this time, Lao Ziyu pointed to the huge evil sun in the sky and smiled. You see the sun? It is round and wide. Do not hurry to accompany Lao Ziyu to compete for a sauna. Sauna room. Lao Ziyu a face to enjoy medicine. One side of the Luo Qingchen is a face of embarrassment. In view of this situation, the words of Lao Ziyu, how about I tell you a nursery rhyme to divert your attention. This positive story is called Master and Apprentice Cohabitation. Lao listened for a moment in amazement. With Lao Ziyu talk, Luo Qingchen suddenly realized that the steam was gradually converging to its. When he realized that this is Lao Ziyu to its transmission of aura. In addition, Lao Ziyu's seemingly indecent nursery rhymes reveal the secret of the legendary emperor's skills burning the sky. We should know that all kinds of functions are divided into Huangshan Emperor, Tiandi Emperor and Shenjian Emperor, and the strongest one is Emperor. But now Lao Ziyu is teaching me the top Emperor functions, and Luo Qingchen is not wasting Lao Ziyu's good efforts. Lao Ziyu immediately said to the system, I just take my descendants to have dinner and tell stories in the sauna, which is not a violation, right? The system is silent.